back to another episode of the FusionXpower. We are so excited to be coming to you in this very special month. And as you can see, we are dressed for the occasion. You're probably wondering, what is all of this about? I mean, can you guess it? Yes, you guessed it right. We are celebrating International Women's Day.
Inspired inclusion.
That is the theme of 2024. And we women are so proud and so blessed to be able to do this.
I'm loving the gilly,
You know I'm the Oyibo of the group, so I had to make my one more westernized, like they say, according to Irene. So guys, I am going to be passing it over to the lovely Irene. She's going to be talking us through and taking us through what we're going to be discussing today, and tell us more about what International Women's Day is and what it represents.
Wow, what a honor. I'm not like sitting on Goldie's chair. She's the host of this show.
We are.
Okay.
I just talk more.
Thank God you know. So, today's episode is celebrating International Women's Day. You can see we're all dressed differently. It's for a purpose.
Yes.
And we want the African touch to be on what we're doing today. I'm not a gilly person, but today I'm wearing gilly just to celebrate the International Women's Day. International Women's Day is celebrated every March. It's not new to us.
Yeah.
And if it's new to you, welcome on board.
So guys, as we are celebrating International Women's Day, like Agnes, obviously, it's called International Women's Day, but there's always so much event that happens through the month that I think is actually then become International Women's Month, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because we tend to celebrate it all month. What would you say is, how important would you say it is that we actually have a day that celebrates women all around the world?
Yeah, well, for International Women's Day, is a global day that women are celebrated. It's not that women are not recognized on a daily basis for what they are doing, their contribution to their family, community, country as a whole, and now because we have social media beyond. International Women's Day is to actually tell Irene what you are doing. We acknowledge what you're doing. Keep creating more spaces for young girls, ebony ambassadors, skill acquisition. Keep doing it. Goldie, you are a TV presenter, you are a host. Keep doing what you're doing. We appreciate you. And there are other people who are looking up to you, other people who have been inspired by you. So it's about acknowledging actually each and every woman out there. It does not matter whether you have high flying jobs, whether you're married, you're not married, whether you born pikin, not born pikin, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What matters most, as long as you're a woman, today is our day.
Oh wow.
And we are celebrating it.
I love that. That is so amazing. And obviously you mentioned Irene and Gold, and obviously Agnes as well, celebrating Agnes for the queen of social media, for her human rights, for her activist work, for everything that she does. We also celebrate you as well. And before we dive into what we think about the day, what we celebrate, you're probably wondering, obviously we're very colorful apart from the gele. If you can tell, as a show we actually have a team color. We do have a team color. I'm sure you've seen that in the first 2 episodes. And we decided today, because that's something that represents us, and we're celebrating women, and we want to represent that by showing off a color that represents us. So lovely Irene here, obviously, is the green of our color, the money. Is that what it means?
That's what it means as well. Yeah, you're right.
Okay, I'm the blue of our color. It means, I know, blue with tranquility and spice and all of that. And we have Agnes here, the orange of our color.
Positivity,
powerhouse. That's it.
Energy.
Yes.
Boosted.
Yeah. So that's why we decided to wear our color, to be more obviously bright and vibrant for you guys and to celebrate. But yeah, Irene, I want us to go more into International Women's Day. Let's talk about, we're in 2024, right? Do you think, even though we have a day that celebrates International Women's Day, do you think it's still being taken seriously and women are still being treated how women should be treated in the world?
That's quite deep.
Challenging.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say yes and no to that question, but there's still, I would say inequality playing in everything we do, but things are changing very fast. Women are taking the lead. I jokingly tell a friend that men are becoming women, women are becoming men. You might believe it or
I
not.
don't think our men would love that, but I think they would like to not love that, but it would be nice to actually see what we bring to the table, because women have always been somehow feel like we're
Under.
beneath the men.
But do you know, like, as we said, this show will be as real as possible. Yeah.
Mhm.
I will owe no apology for the statement I just made, saying that men are becoming women and women are becoming men. So going back to Goldie's question, wanting to know whether women are treated fairly, I won't say yes, but I think women are taking their place.
Yeah.
So you don't need to be waited to be treated the way you want to be treated, but we are already in the position to be treated the way we want to be treated. So it goes down to days where women hardly become bosses or directors, like all those high profile jobs.
Yeah.
But the case is not what it is now. So I thought, like, even us not being treated the way we want to be treated, we're fighting day in, day out to be at that position that we want to be. So it's not about waiting for people to treat you the way you want to be treated. It's just seeing yourself the way you want to be treated, and you'll be accepted that way.
And
Yeah.
our people say the way how you dress to go to a party,
That's the way you
then they
dressed.
go come give you broom, say go sweep.
True.
So when you want to lead as a woman, what we are doing here is leading. We have other things to do, but we sacrifice our time to be here so that you will know that you are a valuable member of your family, your community, and your society.
And also, what I would like to add to that is touching on women being treated fairly. I think is also a point where women have gotten to a point where they're like, regardless of how we're being treated, we're going to take our place. I know what my capability is. I think women are starting to see themselves as like, I can do this, so I don't have to wait for someone to give me the opportunity. Or that. Women are basically starting to create their own opportunity. I feel like we see women now like opening up and doing things that maybe they would have before. Like, for example, no offense to anyone doing 9 to 5, but I feel like a lot of women are more like now going into like creating businesses and stuff like that, because they feel like I have something, I can do it. Yeah. So I feel like it's a place where women have now feel they can do it and they're going for it.
I second to what you just said. For real, there's no limitation to anything that we want to do. We are the one that limits ourselves. Going to lights like the Vice President of America. She has sat on different boards. She has done a lot of things for her to put herself forward. There are a lot of men that would have like make her not to be what she want to be, but she believes in who she is, and today she's like the most celebrated woman all over the world. So I think for me there's no barrier.
What about us women? Not respecting who we are or appreciating who we are. We always want to be other women. What about other women who, no offense to any woman who is going into plastic surgery and all of that, changing their body type and that? Don't we think also it's because of how society perceives women that you have to have like full chest, breast, big bum, and look that sexy? Don't you think that is another factor that is derailing what someone could have actually achieved
Mm.
rather than concentrating on
What
their
people think.
image.
Definitely, I think I would say there's some field that basically treats women like, I would say in a particular way based off
Yes.
of their look.
Mm.
Like, for example, if you're in the beauty industry, the
Industry.
fashion
Yes.
industry, I feel like there's a certain look that is expected of you.
Mhm.
And if you're not in that range of look, and you really want it, and you've seen other people, but you have what it takes, but maybe that look is not really. I think there's some people that have been influenced by that, and they feel that they have to change
Mm.
that their body, their
Yeah.
face, just like you said, in order to be able to be accepted in that. But I think those are the barriers that we have to break. Just like we have some people that have gone through that route, we also have some people that are standing on it and say, no, this is how I am,
Yes.
this is how I look,
Accept me
and
for
I am
who
still
I am.
going to go into that field because it's not about my looks, it's about what I can bring to the table.
And we've got so many women who have lost their life
In this
to
process.
these surgeries,
Surgery.
especially our African sisters in Africa, in Nigeria,
Mm.
Ghana, Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
So as we are here celebrating you women,
Mm.
it's important to embrace who you are.
Self-love, yeah.
The
Yeah.
no amount of
Starts
time,
from within.
I
Mhm.
know my colleagues might not want me to mention this, but please, unedited. People say, look at your big mouth. I can't do my big mouth now, they do so. And by the grace of God, I did have some lipstick deal, that they paid me for it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just knowing that.
Yes. Just taking my mouth, pictures of my mouth.
Lipstick.
So if I have followed those people who said you have big mouth,
You want to-
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will have stopped what I'm doing now because I use my mouth to talk.
True.
You see what I mean?
Mhm.
So embrace your body.
Body shaming, isn't it?
Exactly.
I think that is something that, for me, I feel like that's a wide range because it covers quite a lot. In as much as, we're not even trying to talk about race right now, but obviously in terms of like how certain people are looked and how certain people are looked, and a lot of people feel like they need to alter themselves to be in that bracket so that they can be accepted in the world that we are in. But I feel like that's another topic that we'll probably cover, like, in terms of like body image and things like that. But going back to the International Women's Day, this year's theme, 2024, has been tagged
Inspired inclusion. And before you go further, Goldiva, I may just want to read what the International Women's Day, the body itself stated,
Yeah.
a quote from them. And I want you watching to please take this quote that this is me they are talking to.
Personalized.
So this can inspire you. It states that it is a day when women are recognized for their achievement without whatever regards to divisions, whether national, ethnic, linguistic. Some people might be talking, is that she have African accent. My sister, if you have African accent,
Use
you want to do like what we are doing.
Do it.
do it.
That is you, okay?
it.
Use it. This is what the International Women's Day is all about.
United Nations.
Cultural. Look at us here,
Representing
showcasing
our culture.
our culture, African women. All right, and he say economic. We have our ladies here. They own businesses.
Industrious.
You understand? And also political. We need to start joining
More
our
women needs to go into
various
politics.
political parties.
That is-
How can you be outside and you send
to
in
change.
stone in my sitting room? My windows are closed. Will you get any effect?
No.
No. How do we change these
You
policies?
need to be inside.
We need to be inside. If you can't beat them,
You join them.
you join them. So I appeal to you today. Please find
A party.
a political party, whether from Africa, Asia, Caribbean, if you are Hispanic, or if you're living in the UK here, Conservative, Labour, find a political party that resonates with your beliefs.
So you can be part of the change.
You can be part of the change. Thank you.
Great. Lovely. That is a very good way to put the international. I feel like for a lot of people that might not even know what it is and why they celebrate it, I feel like that breakdown there was really amazing. So now let's go more into, like, obviously we've talked about what International Women's Day is, why we celebrate it, if we think women are celebrated enough. But let's talk about women as a whole. Just women. I mean, we're all women. We're working women. We have family. We have children. We probably have like other activities that we do. And as a woman, you are expected to do all these things and be great at it because you cannot fail at any one of them.
Yeah.
Because you fail at one, then it's basically like you're going to be held to that, regardless of other ones that you're doing great. How would you say women are supposed to balance all of these things that we're doing and still be great and still be there for themselves and be that woman? Because sometimes people get lost in that process as well, you know.
Yeah.
So what would you say about that?
We are multitaskers. So for me, we put this show together. Since 2023, we've been planning it.
Yeah, true.
You understand? And also, we put the action together now. Whereby we have our different families.
Yeah.
But we are sitting here. We are doing this show. This proves that we can do it. If you plan yourself. That's why in the previous show, I did stated things to do.
Yeah.
For the week, for the month. So at least you know where you are at with those things. What you cannot achieve, you leave the list to, and you prioritize the most important.
So in a nutshell, you will say time management.
Time management,
Yeah.
and that's all.
And where on I can do it attitude.
Exactly.
You understand? Because you need to be positive
That's
about what you want to do.
Mm.
I am very multitasking, as you
Yeah,
all
exactly.
know. Women are very multitasking.
Yeah.
But for it not to be overwhelming, is for you to put time to what you're doing.
Yeah.
And no pressure as well. If you can't meet up to the time, take it to the next day.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I think in terms of the direction of that, in as much as obviously you said women naturally are multitaskers, we can do 5 things at once. We can, build things, prioritize things, and all of that. Those are all well and good when it's something you're trying to do on a list. But I'm talking about in a situation where society expects certain things of you. Because there's some women, like maybe they might be fantastic as a mother, as a home, but they might not necessarily have like the business, mindset or whatever. Should it be okay for a woman not to be like the best or great at everything? Is that like, should that be, is that, let me put it this way. A woman should be accepted in whatever she chooses, in whatever capacity she needs to do it. Or does she have to be great at all of these things?
No human being, even the men, can. So there is no way we have a superhuman. And if you want to be a superwoman, my dear, you will burn out. And when you burn out, you have so much stress, anxiety, it affects your physical health.
Yes, everything.
Either you go slimmer, or you put on weight. You see what I mean? So in anything we do, I used to do it before. Time management. Prioritize what I can do, what I can achieve, and the least ones, do it another
And
time.
I would also like to add that we are all different, as our faces differ, so our mindset. So we should not want to do what others are doing and leaving what you're supposed to be doing. And some people are not entrepreneurs, as Goldie said earlier. If you are not entrepreneur, don't invest your time wanting to start a business. Just go and get an office 5 to
Yes.
9
Is
to
it
5.
also like don't expect that of other people? What about the people that do it all and then they expect it of other people? Because I think that's, for me, I think that's where I see most of the, when it comes to women, when they say there's women, not supporting women, because you know how they say women are always in competition and things like that. I feel like most times the women that are on the top that are doing things, they expect that of other people, like in a way.
I will not assume. I don't think I will have the moral right to assume for women who have worked their way up there. I've been in journalism for 23 years. Nobody knows my roots. You understand? And the challenges I'm facing. Nobody will with me in Liberia when we fell under the MPF for 6 hours with the United Nations. Nobody have that experience. So me being there now and somebody just walking into my profession as a journalist and want to compare herself and myself, I think I have all the right to put boundaries because I have walked my way up. I just didn't arrive there. The problem we are having today is because of social media, everybody thinks they are all on the same level. Like you said, Irene, we have different frequencies of how we manage things. Your story, and where you're coming from, internally. Some you share, some you will never share. We don't know. You understand?
Yeah, going back to what Godiva asked, she's trying to say that there seems to be issue where people that are on top expect that people should be where they are, not knowing that they worked their way up.
Yeah, I
Is
mean,
that
not
it?
so
Maybe.
much. I wouldn't say not so much on top. So let me put it this way. Obviously, let me use Irene for example. You are a wife, you're a mother, you have a business, you juggle all of this, and you do fantastic with everything. There's some people in that capacity that then when they see a woman, maybe she's struggling. There's some women that actually struggle being a mother. Like some people will tell you, I wake up, I'm tired because it's so exhausting. They might not have that natural energy that you have. But somebody that has doing all of this and they say, I'm doing the same thing, you should be able to do it. That's where I'm coming from.
That's
Should
why
that
you
be
don't
the expected
compare
of women?
because PTSD kicking.
Yeah.
You see our African people, when you have children or you have a child, they never believe PTSD kicks in. PTSD, post-traumatic disorder. It kicks in different forms and different phases. You understand? I might have children now. I might want to do this, but because I'm unable to do these things, and somebody also is in the same capacity like me, they can do those things. They will say, "Oh, but we are all the same now. We are all not the same." Mentally, what you can take, Goldie cannot take. What Goldie can take, you cannot take. So women should just give that moral support. Other women don't need to ask. Remember when we are planning, I'll come back again to FusionXpower. We always consider us that have younger children. We consider them first. Even if you go to say this, I say no. What the XYZ? You understand? That will give that woman confidence to say no. One of my colleagues actually thinking about me and about my children.
It's just the ability to work on your own pace.
Yes.
We are all different. And if you're on top there, try to mentor people that are coming up.
Exactly.
It's a journey for everybody.
Yeah.
Whatever I'm doing today, if I want to give myself time, I would say I've been doing it for 13, 14 years. So it's not just 14 days.
Yes.
It's been a long time coming. All the things I'm doing now, I've built the resilience.
Yes.
Or coming, knowing that there's going to be tougher days ahead. But in all, I think we should come back to celebrating all the women. You guys have done
it would
amazing.
just meet. I would say to end that up is just meet people wherever
they are.
And don't judge them. Please don't judge any
them.
woman out there. Say, but she's acting like she's the only one that is pregnant. Your pregnancy experience
is different
and
from
my one,
is different.
or Goldie,
is different.
or Irene is different. Okay.
So I mean, it's always funny, when that is being added, and you are still watching FusionXpower, guys. We hope you're enjoying the show. We want to know, obviously, what your thoughts are on International Women's Day. If you celebrate International Women's Day, if you have an amazing woman in your life that you want to celebrate as an International Women's Day, let us know about it in the comment section. We would like to know, your thoughts on this. But going back to you, Irene, I want us to take us through, we talked about International Women's Day, why we celebrate it, and how important it is to support women and all of that. But what would you say is the cap of it all?
For me, I would say it's the best thing that the United Nations have done to set a day aside to celebrate women. Whatever you celebrate, appreciate. And the fact that a day is set aside internationally to celebrate women is something that we embrace. I personally work with a lot of women, from young girls to old people. We use our platform as well, Ebony Ambassador Grand Finale Award, to celebrate people. We have different categories for the award. Yeah, we have different category of the award. It's just to let people feel that we know what you're doing. We appreciate what you're doing. Keep on doing what you're doing. As I said, what you celebrate, what you celebrate, appreciate.
Yeah.
So for me, UN making this day for us to celebrate women is a big one.
And Irene, I want to celebrate you today.
Oh, I'm blushing.
Inspire inclusion.
Oh yeah.
Miss Ebony Ambassador Beauty Pageant is the only pageantry award. Skill acquisition.
Yeah.
She's creating spaces for our younger girls. It's only Miss Ebony Ambassadors. The girl don't have to wear bikini. This is to encourage every young girl out there, whether you are size 8, 20, 16, 14, you are all wanted, appreciated, and come here, you can speaking, presenting, sewing, and so many other skills.
Yeah.
Can you please just go over quickly?
Oh, thank you, Agnes. We're really having a lot of brand ambassador for Ebony. But truly, yeah, all we stands for is for skill empowerment. Coming back to why we said, or I said personally, that it's a good thing that a day is set aside to celebrate all women. Women are doing amazing. And yeah, kudos to you all. Well done. Keep up the good work that you're doing. Yes, today is set aside to celebrate. Unlike me, I won't work really, but I just felt like, let me do something different today. You do something different. Make yourself happy. If it's wine you like, just sit down and cross your leg and drink that wine, and you feel very cool about yourself. I definitely will be treating myself to okra soup and pounded yam. I love okra soup and pounded yam. So
I will be having some Chinese.
Well, I will be having some cassava leaves.
Oh no, I rephrase.
From
I'll have
Sierra
some
Leone.
rice. Some rice. I like rice.
rice, jollof or stew.
Oh yeah, I can do jollof. It's not Chinese.
Okay, so what we're trying to say is that do something that makes you happy. Do your me time. I'm talking to women. Well, not being like where are the men? It's International Women's Day,
Yes.
and also International Women's Month.
Is that International Men's Day as well?
They have
one, right? We'll celebrate you guys when we get there, so don't feel left out.
I don't think the Men's Day is in the
They
United
have
Nations.
something. They have something. Father's
Father's
Day.
Day.
Oh, if you're not a father,
Well, everyone
Men-
can be a
Father's
father.
Day.
Who
But
can-
what
can-
I'm trying to say is that International Women's Day is celebrated by the United Nations. I don't think there's that
Yeah,
space
yeah.
for men. But we'll do the research later.
Yeah.
But once again, this show is just to say well done for everything you're doing as a
We
woman.
see
I want to
you.
say well done. And I would like to add that if you are a woman, I'm not saying maybe you have kids. If you are a girl, a lady, a young girl, and you are not in any association that will help you grow yourself in terms of career-wise, please join one. It's very important.
Yes.
Very, very important. I'm a member of different clubs. You learn just from conversation.
and also having, obviously we're talking about International Women's Day, also having like women in your life that inspire you, that you can look up to, that can mentor you. I think that's a good way to grow as well. You know, like I'm sure you have a lot of girls under you that grow. I have a lot of girls that look up to me as well, and go like, you know what, I want to do what you do. So I think if you want to achieve something, find somebody in that
Role
space,
model.
positively mentor. You don't even have to know them. That's a good thing about social media now. You can find someone on social media, follow them, see what they do, and you can still be able to like learn things in that way. So
I second to that. That's a
Yeah.
good one. And again, I want to say thank you to all the women.
wow,
You guys have,
I'm sure they'll be watching this and they'll be like, oh, this is amazing.
yeah, thank you so
Thank you
much.
guys to all the women who inspire us.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate you. We love you.
Yeah.
Obviously, like we said, it's not just about a day to celebrate women. It's about actually seeing the impact that you make in our lives as young, girls who are still dreaming, whose dream is big. We're looking up to you, and it's helping us every day to get there.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much. Once again, happy International
Now,
Women's Day. And we hope you have an amazing day. We hope you know an amazing woman, and we hope you are an amazing woman because you are celebrated. Make sure you stay tuned next time because we're going to have more amazing content for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. And you have been watching FusionXpower, and we are Girls in Action.
Bye-bye.
Bye.